Today, I'm going to be feeding my sourdough starter. I like to have about 30 ounces of starter on hand at all times, so I'm going to weigh out 15 ounces of starter to keep, and then whatever is remaining in my bowl, I'm going to discard. You do not have to throw this in the trash. You can make another sourdough starter from it or bake other things. Now I need to clean out my sourdough starter vessel. It's important to wash it every time you feed it. That way you are killing any unwanted germs and you are keeping the environment friendly for your sourdough starter. So now I'm going to rinse it out and then dry my container. While that is finishing drying, I'm going to go ahead and add 7.5 ounces of flour and then 7.5 ounces of water. Because I have 15 ounces of starter to begin with, and I want a total of 30 ounces, I do half flour to half water in equal amounts. After I get my water added, I'm going to carefully mix this all up until it is relatively lump-free. It doesn't have to be completely smooth, as any little clumps of flour will eventually become saturated and hydrate with the water in the sourdough starter. I've had people ask me exactly what is a sourdough starter. It is a fermented mixture of flour and water where the yeast that is naturally present in the flour becomes activated. That yeast is a fungus and it starts consuming the sugars that are present within the flour while also fermenting the mixture at the same time, kind of like how yeast ferments alcohol. This is healthier than regular bread because there is less sugar in fermented breads that are made with a sourdough starter, simply due to the fact that it is a longer baking process and the yeast consume the sugar rather than when you quickly add in a bunch of instant yeast to a bread. You're just more concerned about getting enough air to get a quick rise, whereas this actually takes a little bit longer, creating a healthier product in the long run. After I have transferred my new sourdough starter back into its vessel, I'm going to wrap it up tightly with plastic wrap, and I'm going to let this sit for a day before I use it, or I can put it back in the refrigerator if I'm not going to bake this week, and let it sit till next week when it's ready to be fed again. I hope you found this informative and enjoyed my video.